looking at a topic I find rather worrying, especially if you're looking at the astronomical rise in the number of suicide cases in Ghana, especially amongst adolescents. So, fantasy coffins. I think that of all the fantasies one may have, if death becomes one of them, it should be worrying. How you would go in the coffin you'd be laid to rest in. That should be worrying. But this is something we've packaged just for you. Fantasy coffins.
About 50 years ago, as the story goes, one Ata Owu was well known for making magnificent chairs to transport the village chief on poles or the shoulders of minions. When Owu had finished one particularly elaborate creation, an eagle, a neighboring chief wanted one too, this time in the shape of a cocoa pod, a major crop in Ghana. However, the chief next door died before the bean was finished, and so became his coffin. Thus, a tradition was born.
Would you mind being buried in any of these fantasy coffins? Well, for some selected few, I will tell the world their life and profession they lived on earth.
Fantasy coffins over the last 5 decades were one of Ghana's unique cultural exports. The curious tradition of burying people in coffins, shaped like everything from lobsters, vehicles, foodstuffs to the nation's once vibrant airliner Ghana Airways, is primarily practiced in Accra and has spawned numerous workshops in the capital city. But how is business faring now?
I haven't not traveled before, but doing this work, I've traveled before. So I love this work very well. For this shop like this, they buy the design ones more than the ordinary ones. And we love doing the design ones more than the ordinary ones. Except maybe we know you or near to family, before you can do the ordinary ones. Sometimes we charge them $7,000, $6,000, $5,000.
24-year-old Reginald Annan is the manager of the family business. His grandfather, the late Kanekwe, a once prolific fantasy coffin maker, started some decades ago. He tells me he loves his profession and nothing would deter him from making it in life with his trade.
It depends, maybe your profession you have been making, maybe, your family depends, maybe if you die, they must use, a shape of a lion or a hammer, to bury you. So either you choose or your family decide to do that. Yeah, and I have my own, the hammer over there. So any day maybe I pass away, all my family know I've already done mine over there.
Though with a high demand by foreigners, locals, I'm told, also purchase them periodically.
This is a nice tuna here. It's not eatable though, but don't be deceived thinking the size and shape would be used to, bury a toddler. This is a consignment for a white and will be used to store ashes from cremation.
Daniel Mensah has 18 years experience in the profession and underwent training under Pajo, a veteran in the business who has produced some of the world's most extravagant designs. Daniel was working on a consignment meant for a late nurse when I visited his workshop.
I can say it's a fantastic workout. Are you done? Yeah. It's different more than other coffins. And it depends about your professional work. Like this one is like a doctor or nurse can use. Yeah. The people came here, my brother, I want this coffin because my father is a nurse or a doctor. Then he can tell you the type of coffin you want. Then you can do it for you.
18-year-old Fred Obin is Daniel's apprentice and has been in the trade for barely a year. Business is lucrative. All it takes is hard work and dedication. When I die, I want to be buried in a casket shaped in the form of a double pin. Demand for normal caskets are high, unlike the fantasy coffins which take more time to complete and requested seldomly, but those created for exhibition can fetch up to 8,000 euros, almost 10 times the cost of normal caskets. Some of the wonderful works of Ghana's fantasy coffin makers are also on display at various museums around the world, including Brooklyn and Houston Museums, Pompidou Center in Paris, and V&A in London. Particularly popular within the Ga community, where this unique custom began, the idea of being buried in fantasy coffins is not really appreciated by a section of the public.
Everybody's entitled to 6 feet for barrier, and then if you are going for something like a ship or fish, it means you are requiring a huge space. And then moreover, I see it because it's based on request. It's going to be higher than the cost is going to be higher than a normal coffin, which I feel is a waste of money. You'll be remembered for your deeds and not your casket. You can have the most expensive casket, but Charlie, if when you were living, you were that rascal, wicked person, nobody will remember you because of your casket.
One thing for sure is that these fantasy coffin makers are not hanging their boots anytime soon, and should they die, they want to be buried in similar tools they worked with. From Teshin Okra, George Quinnin for TV3 New Day.